Let's hear it for the starting five of your Detroit Pistons. At shooting guard, 6 feet 4 inches, number 23, Jaden Ivey. At the power forward position, 6 feet 10 inches, number 35, Marvin Bagley. The man in the middle, at 7 foot, number 13, Jay Wiseman. The other four, at 6 feet 7 inches, number 44, Bojan Bogdanovic. Starting at the other guard, at 6 feet 7 inches, number 2, Cunningham.
Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports as we get ready to start the season in style. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Thanks, Kevin. Franz Wagner was in the Rookie of the Year consideration last year for the Magic. He said there are a lot of reasons for fans to be excited for the future. We've got a lot of young talent. But my job is to be in the now and try to win games. What's helped me so far is focusing on each day at a time. Kevin, back to you.
Well, he is definitely ahead of schedule. David, thanks. A look at the starting group for the Magic. At the forward positions, it's Wagner and Banchero. Markelle Fultz out there with Harris, and it's Carter in its center. And for the Pistons, the backcourt guards are Cunningham and Ivey. Marvin Bagley is out there with Bogdanovic, and it's Wiseman in at the center, filling out the middle. The unmistakable feel of the first day, Clark, of the NBA regular season. A game each of these teams and us as broadcasters have been waiting for a long time.
No doubt about it, Kevin, and the excitement you feel as a broadcaster, but even more so as a player, is something you have to temper down, especially if you're on the court. I mean, you don't want to have your adrenaline and excitement affect your focus. So you focus on the work that's gone into getting ready for the season, and then you try to just let that work lead how you play.
First free throw is good.
An elite prospect with very few holes in his game. Banchero can score from all three levels, makes plays for others, terrific rebounder. Man, the list goes on and on.
He's off on the second. Any scouts had Banchero as the safest pick in the draft. Would you agree?
He and maybe Jabari Smith Jr. What separates Banchero a little, he's an elite back to the basket scorer. Those guys have become increasingly harder to find.
Fultz finds Harris. From outside, off the mark. And it's Cunningham with the ball for Detroit. Going inside. The shot missing. Good work defensively by Carter. Now here's Fultz. Banchero passes to Harris. Buries it from three-point range.
Nice looking outside stroke by Harris. Give him room to pull the trigger, and he'll light you up from there.
Cunningham outside. Dishes it to Wiseman. And finished off by Wiseman.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
The Pistons have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Outside, Bogdanovic. Back to Cunningham. Puts up a 3. Carter pulls it in. Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Out left to the wing. And there's Fultz on the assist by Carter.
Easy look provided by Wendell Carter Jr. Always helps when your bigs can share the rock.
And the Magic right now, missing that franchise player, might have one of their young talents develop into that, but currently they lack that star.
And finished off by Wiseman.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete.
No question about it. He's very comfortable in the air. Dunks like that, no problem for him.
Here's Fultz after the basket by Detroit. Harris, no good. And as we know, Greg, the NBA is a star-driven league.
Hard to contend without a top 10 player on the roster. The Magic have been patient in their approach, and one player taking a leap this season would be huge.
Now Bagley, following the miss by Gary Harris from deep. Clock is at 3. Releases. Bagley, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Carter finds Wagner. No good on the triple. For Detroit, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Ivy. And finished off by Bagley.
How about the persistence on the backboard? Love how hard Bagley works on the offensive glass. Wants to outwork everybody.
And a different look here for the Pistons. Duran, he's checked in for Wiseman. Stewart comes in for Marvin Bagley. Diallo's checked in for Ivy. And Alec Burks subbed in for Cade Cunningham. Now, here's Suggs. Magic moving the ball around. Once again off the mark, Orlando. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for Detroit. 1:35 left here in the opening quarter. Burks with it. Defended now by Wagner. Shots good by Duran.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
The Magic trail by 3. Anthony kicks to Suggs. Over in the corner, Isaac. The offensive rebound.
Excellent awareness of where to be on the offensive boards. He did it with great positioning.
The Pistons have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Suggs with the steal. Now Suggs pushing it up. No one to stop him. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Boy, Jalen Suggs just playing right through contact. I love his energy and aggressiveness there. You know, look at the job Jalen Suggs did in his rookie season. I mean, he started to show some of those flashes as the season wore on. Flashes of athletic superiority, but also an understanding of how to impact the game with his speed and size and fearlessness.
And that one misses.
And the future Suggs has is certainly promising. An effective combo guard who can really get it going at times.
Bogdanovich, no luck.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Now Diallo after Jalen Suggs missed from long range. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Detroit, no good that time either. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. On the wing, Isaac. And the 3 off target. Detroit's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And here's Bogdanovich. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Duran. And that one released in time, but no good. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Magic out in front. They lead by 1. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what do you guys think about the Magic here so far in this one?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
And you know, when the bench is playing such a big role early, that certainly allows the starters to stay fresh throughout the game.
The Pistons trailing. This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. In the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. Then it's Markelle Fultz. Then it's Franz Wagner. And it's Houston in at the shooting guard position. Bagley's gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much. Orlando has a very young roster. Coach Jamal Mosley says, one thing I've said to them is dominate the simple. The more we can keep it simple, the better we'll be. Not overthinking things, just playing off instincts and reaction. Kevin, back to you.
Good place to start. Makes a lot of sense. David, thanks. The Pistons making a change here. Weissman's checked in. And we see stars, Clark, that dominate with skill. Others do it more with athleticism. Which would you prefer to build around if you were coaching?
If I had to only pick one, Kevin, obviously I'd like to have both skill and athleticism, but skill is so critically important in any sport, particularly basketball. Guys that can shoot, handle the ball, pass it, and do the fundamental things well. And I think that trumps athleticism over the long haul.
Bagley laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 8 points from Marvin Bagley.
And at this stage, this is where Bagley feels most comfortable. I mean, knows he has the size and touch to score inside.
And again, it's Orlando with a 3.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Well, you look at the counting numbers for Cade Cunningham. He fills up a stat sheet. The key for him moving forward, though, efficiency.
And you talk about Cade's efficiency. Craig on a struggling team, that can be a challenge.
Yeah, without great shooters around him, he's forced into taking tough shots or turnovers. And as the team improves, though, I think the percentages should come around.
The first free throw is good.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham, a talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
And so Cunningham nails both of them.
And when you look at the complete game of the Detroit Pistons, there are struggles on both ends of the floor, which I'm sure can feel discouraging at times. And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the board, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
And looking at the Pistons' recent performance, Greg, which end would you want to see improve first?
Kevin, I'd have to say defense. More stops means more chances in the open floor, and it would help them keep games competitive.
Second chance shot, and it's Bagley getting it to go. Bagley's got the lead up to 3 now for Detroit.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Fultz, the pass to Banchero. The basket good off the assist from Fultz.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
And I tell you what, when Bagley plays with energy, it is difficult trying to stop him. Awesome at just staying on the attack.
Now here's Fultz. Here's Houston. And again, it's Orlando with a 3.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Here's Cunningham. That shot misses. And Orlando the other way now. They've got the Hawks ahead of them in their next game, and it's in Atlanta. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Inside, here's Carter. And the shot goes down. And now a 3-point Magic lead.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Yeah, things are starting to look up. I mean, they're making amends for that slow start, finding a rhythm right now.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Duran, he's checked in for Wiseman. Stewart comes in for Marvin Bagley. Bogdanovich is checked in for Diallo. And Alec Burks subbed in for Cade Cunningham. Now, here's Bogdanovich. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
And, you know, stretching out for that one, Bogdanovich showing a little elevation for a guy who typically stays close to the ground.
Here's Anthony. They lead by 1. Schofield. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. For Detroit, they've gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Drains the three-pointer. Bogdanovich has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And looking at the stats, Bojan, one of the more prolific corner three shooters. He loves that spot.
And it's Suggs missing. The Pistons have gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Pistons.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
Duran the pass to Ivy. Over Anthony. The shot by Ivy, no good. And it's Anthony with the ball for Orlando. They trail by 3. Here's Isaac. The Magic again can't hit. The Pistons shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Pass to Ivy. Back to Bogdanovich. And Bogdanovich throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns. Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. The Pistons have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers. Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Here's Isaac. Buries the long-range jumper. Isaac's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now, here's Ivy. For 3. Marvin Bagley has been on display for the Detroit Pistons. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Coach, it's early in the season, so what can you say about how things are going chemistry-wise so far?
I love our guys. We have a great group of young men that are competing hard, and it feels good because I know our guys are totally engaged and focused and giving us what they have.
Dwayne, thanks a lot. Back to you.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Hi, folks. It's shaping up to be a good second half as we've seen the Orlando Magic trying to take control of this game.
They're lucky it's even close. They don't look like they won it. Coach needs to light a fire under them.
Hard to keep up when you're being beaten on the boards this badly. And now let's talk about that first half. A look at the top performers from both teams so far.
This is exactly what leaders do. They know what a win means tonight, and they're stepping up for their teams.
Yeah, so difficult to cover either of them. Should be an interesting second half. And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We're seeing a tremendous game from Marvin Bagley.
Man, he's been running wild on him
through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
The backcourt guards are Cunningham and Ivy. Marvin Bagley is out there with James Wiseman, and it's Bogdanovich in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Detroit right now. First one falls for him. And Greg, beyond the lottery picks, this Pistons team has a lot of young players looking to make a name for themselves.
Second-round picks are guys let go by their first team. There's an underdog quality to the roster, guys hungry to prove they belong.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Hits the three-point bomb. Banchero's got 7.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And that's why you don't let him get positioned deep in the post.
Exactly. I mean, once he's got the ball in that area, the battle's already lost.
Offensive rebound. It's good, and the Piston lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Carter.
Right there. I mean, Carter using his instincts and his motor to track down the miss and convert it into second chance points. That's just really good work.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Ivy. Off target from outside. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. To the middle. And Carter with the basket on the assist from Fultz. Fultz has got 5 assists tonight.
For a young player, I like the way Fultz sees the floor. He knows and feels when a guy is open.
Tries to save it, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
And they closed out the season in the top half in terms of second chance points. I'm sure they'd like to be a little higher, but at least it wasn't a weakness.
And the one stat I like is their points off turnovers. Their defense wouldn't have been as effective if they hadn't turned so many of their steals into points in transition. Diallo, he's checked in for Ivy.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Bogdanovich passes to Cunningham. And they double up Cunningham. Wagner against Bogdanovich. And that one's drained from the low block. 10 points for him.
Well, we all know, guys, that Bogdanovich can score from the outside, but there, you love seeing him mix it up.
Banchero, the basket good off the assist from Fultz. Fultz has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one.
You know, one of the best sights from the NBA in my mind in 2022 was seeing Markelle Fultz on the court again. It was a long road back from his torn ACL, not to mention the issues he had with the frozen shoulder early in his career.
And so here's Orlando after the basket by Detroit. Wagner finds Harris. Off target with his 3. For Detroit, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half.
And for a player who relies on quickness and mobility like Fultz, an ACL injury can be devastating.
Well, trust me, I haven't had one, but I know enough guys who have, and it's a tough injury for any player to come back from a torn ACL. And Markelle had to work extremely hard every day for a year and a half. All credit to him for putting that kind of effort into his rehab so he could get back out on the court.
Scooped up. It's blocked.
Excellent timing that time from Fultz. And I like the edge that he plays defense with. That's impressive for a young guy.
For the 3. Here's Carter. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
Timeout called the Pistons. A different look here for Detroit. Duren, he's checked in for Wiseman. Stewart comes in for Bagley, and it's Burks in for Diallo. So for the Magic. .143 left in the third quarter of the game. Cunningham against Anthony. Stewart kicks to Cunningham. And that's a foul called on Bol. That's his first foul. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
You know, that's about as good a defensive play as you're going to see. Instant reaction to get a hand on the shot. Beautifully done.
.129 left in the third. From down low. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And it's the Magic's ball. They're on a 14-6 run.
Well, I tell you what, you look at the youth of the Magic and the talent they have all throughout the roster. I think it's just a matter of time and seasoning before this team takes a really big jump forward.
Now, here's Cunningham. And Stewart gets it to go.
And that's something Cunningham takes pride in. Sharp read with that pinpoint pass.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
So here's Burks. Cunningham outside. Passes to Stewart. And the dunk by Stewart.
That's just good fundamentals from Cunningham. When a guy is that open, you got to get it to him.
Pass to Wagner. In the corner, Bol with it. There's the triple. Rebounded by the Pistons. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Cunningham inside. Covered by Anthony. Cunningham's shot is off. And here's Isaac. He'll bring it up for the Magic. It's a one-point game. Fires the three. Burks pulls it in. And that one's good. Wagner.
It's never easy trying to keep him off the glass. He's an absolute beast down there.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. The first one falls. And so Cunningham nails both of them. Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground. Magic lead by 1. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next.
The Magic, 47. Fans, your Pistons dance.
In a moment now, as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And so in the game for the Magic, Harris is the shooting guard. Wagner is the small forward. Then it's Wendell Carter. Then it's Markelle Fultz. And it's Schofield in at the 4 spot.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Pistons trail by 4. Pass to Cunningham. To the paint. Stolen by Carter. In the corner, it's Harris. Pulls up on the wing. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Harris has got the lead up to 6 now for the Magic.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Now, here's Bagley to the inside. Ivy softly drops in the floater. Ivy's got his first points of the night.
An unselfish guy who enjoys setting his guys up. Bagley has impressive vision for a big fella.
Here's Harris. And it's Wagner missing.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
And it's sent back by Carter.
That time, Carter's length and vertical paying off. He has tremendous potential as a rim protector, in my opinion.
They get it again. Cunningham kicks to Burks. And a wide open look for Cunningham. And at last, they get one to fall.
Nice play call there. Down the stretch, getting him the open look.
Yeah, I put that one on the defense. I mean, they can't leave him open at this stage. You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
And the call will be against Harris. That is his first foul of the game. A different look here for Detroit. James Wiseman, he's checked in for Duran. And it's Bogdanovich in for Burks. And a switcher also for Orlando. Banchero's checked in. Now here's Cunningham. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. That's his third foul of the game.
15 seconds.
Nice play there from Bogdanovich. Had the defense at a disadvantage, and he struck.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Magic.
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot.
You know, they've been knocking down triples, too. They've continued to make the most of their opportunities from behind the arc as well.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
I was able to listen in on what Jamal Mosley was going over with his team. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game.
Thanks so much, David.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Boy, time to tighten it up on defense. A stop here would be huge.
Now here's Fultz. And that one drops for him. Fultz has got it all tied up now for Orlando.
I like to say a guy making a shot like that, Fultz has the clutch gene. Doesn't shy away from the big moment.
The Pistons have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Cunningham passes to Ivy. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
And it's Harris with the ball for the Magic. Now the pass to Carter. It's stolen by Wiseman.
2 minutes.
Cunningham with it. Shoots over Wagner. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
Yes, sir. Kay Cunningham embracing the role of a leader.
Fultz kicks to Wagner. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Fultz has got assist number 8 here in this one already. So it's Detroit now. They trail by 1. Fultz against Cunningham. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Paolo Banchero. That is his first foul of the game. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Cunningham against Fultz. With the teardrop, here's Bagley. And no good that time. The Magic go the other way with it. Here's Wagner. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
This is where experience can be a differentiator, but Wagner's skill might be just as good.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good.
Well, they should be looking at a 3-point lead. Hopefully for them, that miss won't cost them.
The shot by Ivy, no good. It's stolen by Bagley. The shot by Ivy, no good. Wagner against Cunningham. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Kay Cunningham.
Wagner fearless in his attack and aggressive with it as well, forcing the defense to foul.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he ends up missing both free throws.
What I love about Wagner is that he's a guy that never stops moving. He's always in action.
Second personal foul. 15 foul. At the line for Detroit.
Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to one. And so Cunningham nails both of them.
Guys, that was critical. I mean, that's what we're used to seeing out of him, though, at moments like this.
Fultz the pass to Harris. It's Cunningham with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. The 11-footer off the left rim and out.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Can't cash in. And here's Harris from the arc. Right between the eyes.
Harris has made these shots before, which is why he's confident in these situations.
Timeout call, the Pistons. They're behind by 3. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
I think they should have prepared for this scenario. Little time, need a 3. Of course, the defense will be defending the line, but nobody said it was going to be easy. You got to try to find a way.
Five seconds left in the game. And so the big win by Orlando in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan.